Hey, I got here a little earlier this time.
I think that's the tops.
Yeah. Well, when I don't come back for 2 weeks, Sea Dog's
You mean,
willing to let me go.
you mean 3 weeks?
Has it been 3?
It is.
Dang. Sorry about that.
I'm okay.
I was having a great time.
I bet.
Oh, sorry. I like my apartment I pay for.
Bun.
Oh, yeah. She's been on a roll lately, I'll tell you.
I can imagine.
Tell me that, man. No, I want live. This one?
This thing is so aggravating.
What? Why is this acting like it doesn't even know what planet we're on? If we have any people there, I can't see you yet because this thing's being a pain in the butt.
Hey.
There it is.
Well, there's the first flaw.
Why, what's up?
We need more lights.
More light. You're fine. There we go. Beat after beats here.
Hey, Beat, how you doing?
Hello.
He's got a big show coming up.
Ooh, you going?
I'll be there.
Ooh.
We'll be there.
Will I?
It's on at 2. He's going to eat some weird chips.
Ooh, yum.
He's asked that you beam in.
Nah. I got a big nap coming.
Do you know what I forgot to do?
Oh, Miss Carpenter's here.
Hi, Miss Carpenter.
Hi, Miss Carpenter.
Speaking of Miss Carpenter, we got a wonderful invitation to go over to her house.
Oh,
Apparently,
look at
she's
you.
only 45 minutes away.
Oh, look at you.
So I assume we're going this summer
Okay.
because you got to be out of school.
Yeah. I'm going to try to get a job.
Well, hopefully
You believe
we
that?
can figure something out
Can you believe that?
and live stream.
Beat After Beat likes the new setup.
Oh, thank you. It only took a week.
Yeah. Moved a bunch of crap around.
You know, I was still finishing an hour ago.
Yeah, you're wild.
No, you pull on a little thread. I opened the thing up and there were 1,000 wires over there.
Yeah.
And then when I went over here, there were 2,000 wires.
You do have about 5,000 wires.
Everything had to be pulled and separated, and everything started over. And I didn't even get to the pile in there.
Yeah, that's whatever I have to do whenever I'm redoing that whole VCR console area. It's wires.
Well, I'm hoping I'm done.
I went through and I labeled all the wires so I know what each one does, so I don't have to keep like just pulling at it and see what moves. You know what I'm saying? It's smart.
You can just start at the unit.
It's really hard to get behind that unit because I got a big TV stand and all that.
That's so crazy. Anyway, I forgot to bring Voyager. I was going to show Voyager, but
That's not a Star Trek show.
doesn't matter. I guess we could save it till then.
I brought my badge.
I can't find mine.
Oh.
I'm crying.
And I charged mine.
I have no clue where mine
I'm
went.
going to go around going, beep, beep.
When
beep.
I say no clue, I mean I have no clue.
You got too much stuff.
I don't think I've seen it in Arkansas.
Uh-oh. That's not good. Well, sounds like you need to buy a new one.
Can't afford it.
Yeah, you can.
Her car took another dump.
Just sell a couple of these hats.
I would if anybody would buy them.
You got about 500 hats over there.
Everybody wants to buy it for $1.
Yeah, $1 a hat. There's about 500 hats there. You got $500.
All right, well, her latest car repair was $900.
Hello, Carpenter.
And the 3 weeks prior to that was $1,200.
Isn't DJ Culture on this very album?
No.
That was last time, right?
Well, no, it wasn't. We talked about it last time, but it wasn't. It was on the greatest hits.
Excuse me.
So there's Behavior, greatest hits with 2 new songs, and then the new era, Very and Beyond.
Yeah, I gotta be honest, I'm never gonna remember any of these album titles.
Really? They're so simple.
Yeah, but there's too many.
Okay.
Oh, these were yesterday. Your iPad is very slow. It gave me a text from 15 days ago.
Because I turn it off to save power.
Yeah, and then 500 years of iPad.
But if I didn't do that, it would be dead by the time you touched it.
Just put it in the charger.
That thing's got to be 10 years old.
Yeah, so put it in the charger.
It doesn't have too much chargers left in it. Oh.
But for whatever reason, my Ethernet cable thing on my laptop is super finicky.
Get a new cable.
It's not the cable, it's the computer.
Ooh,
I know. The computer is.
that means you were.
I got.
I don't have an answer for that.
Oh, I forgot that chick's there.
Just say PC.
My PC is not looking too good lately. It's very slow.
You haven't even had it that long.
I've had it a couple years.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I had it since we were in Port O.
Yeah, that's quite a while ago.
Yeah. Good morning. Michael's here.
Hey, Mike. Good
Like
morning.
Fawn's here. Dude, we got the whole party here.
Fawn. Fawn and the dogs.
We got the original gang here. Beat after beat. I'm eating hot chips from Mexico at 3 p.m. Eastern.
Which is 2 o'clock for us.
I'm gonna be in bed at 2 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
You know what I'm saying?
I know, you can barely stay awake anymore.
I got a lot going on.
Seems like you woke up around 12:15 today and
I woke up at 10.
then back to bed at 2.
I got a lot going on. I'm very stressed.
Really?
I'm waiting for my
Is it bun?
praxis results. No,
What day
she's
is that?
great. Tuesday
Wow.
at 4 p.m.
But at least you only have to wait a week, huh?
At 4 p.m.
Why 4 p.m.?
It was 5 p.m. whatever time zone was, and I switched it to our time zone, and it's 4.
Oh,
So
something, right?
there you go.
You know what that means, right? That means they can publish it and then don't have to take any questions about what happened.
Yeah, they could just go to bed.
They go to home. Well, see you later.
Yeah,
We'll worry. That's tomorrow's problem. And they probably Tuesday because they didn't want to talk about it on Monday.
yeah. Michael says, love this album, and Further Listening is as good as another album.
Well, that's why I like the further listenings.
No, Fawn can't wait for the Beat live stream.
And by the way, apparently this is going to be part 1 because the further listening is so big. And we have to discuss this,
Wow.
which is what Very was supposed to be until they abandoned it.
You like my nails? I did them.
Mm-hmm.
I got a gel set at home from months ago. Oh, look at that.
Are you serious?
Look
right
at
now?
that. So fancy.
And you know what else? We need to get Laser Brains back alive again.
No.
So
I'm never here to watch laser discs.
I know we're gonna have to crowbar it in.
What do you mean crowbar it in?
Well, you're here for 24 hours.
Yeah, but what about when I don't show up for 3 weeks?
What'd that mean?
I wasn't here for the past 3 weeks, so how could we have watched a laser disc?
Right, we'd have to do it in the next 24 hours.
So how many are we going to watch in the next 24 hours? Like
1.
10? Okay, what happens when I don't show up the next 4 weeks?
Well, then we pin it in there until you do.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's never gonna get solved until
See, Miss Carpenter likes my nails.
you have to take the first step. By the way, I need you to look at that list.
And Beat After Beat trimmed his nails.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. That's what you
Everybody's
need
so
to do.
fancy.
That's what you need to do.
Mine
think-
just break off, and every time I touch anything, it rips.
I think it's time for Tandy to get her nails clipped.
I think you should.
I was looking at them, and I'm like, I think it's time. I don't think she's a baby no more.
I think you should burn the couch and then clip her nails.
When they're a baby, they don't need their nails did, but she's starting to get scary. I hear,
That's how you know she's coming.
I get scared. Well, now you're never gonna know she's coming.
I'll put a bell around her.
Yeah,
You saw Dumb Pop took his collar off.
he does that. He's done that since the beginning of time. Same with sweaters. He likes to eat sweaters.
Yes, aggravation.
I do like he just lays on that big pad in the middle of the
They all
room.
fight over it.
Yeah, well, Poppy won.
And then it's a bunch of bone stealing, too.
Yeah, Ermi stole Tandy's bone. Poppy still has his, and Ermi has 2 bones. Hey, she got beat up. I think
That
she
is a
deserves
stolen bone that Pop has.
it. Was still
Pop
coming.
guzzles his
Ooh,
real
Tom
quick.
Baker's here, dude.
Tom Baker.
We got them all.
I was talking to him about an hour ago.
Oh, look at you.
He likes Behavior.
Yeah, he said we're still commenting on the Behavior album. Behavior.
By the way, I'm not being a weirdo. There's water dropped on me.
I
I'm
keep
looking up at the screen. I'm like, oh, it's rubbing his
yummy.
stomach like Buddha.
Yummy. I
Mm.
keep yawning and itching my nose because of the pollen.
You serious right now?
There's an insane amount of pollen everywhere.
Did you look at the 2 cabinets on the door?
Hmm?
They're a different color now.
Yeah, that's weird, right? That's scary.
And wait till you see your car tomorrow. Although I bet you get it up there in Conway, yeah?
My car wasn't covered in pollen, but our whole, like I said, our whole parking lot was covered in pollen. It was weird.
That is weird.
Yeah, and it, dude.
Do you have some kind of anti-pollen car?
Well, everybody's car didn't have pollen on it. It was just in these big, like, puddle deposits. Just covered in yellow, man.
New to me.
Yeah, Fawn, he broke the laser light. So now we don't get the laser anymore.
So
you had one job.
The other room finally got finished, and then everything had to be moved around. So that's why everything looks different here.
Mm-hmm.
And I moved one of these chairs out, and I looked down there, and the laser is at a 90-degree angle. And I look, and one of the legs is broken.
Yeah, because you snapped it with the chair.
Hmm.
You keep trying to blame me, and it's just never going to happen.
I'll just tell you what I saw.
Nope. Nope.
It's always the last person who touches it.
Uh-huh.
We're already a minute late.
You make a lot of new rules, I've noticed.
What do you mean?
You make a lot of rules that work in your favor. Oh, can I also, one more side note?
Mm.
Just finished season 2 of Dexter. Great show. You want to know what we did yesterday?
That's an old magic trick.
We watched 2 episodes of Dexter. She went to work. She came back. We watched 3 episodes of Dexter. That's 5 episodes in one day.
You might have want to relax.
It was awesome. Well, because we were right at the season finale and we kept wanting to watch.
Here's what we're doing.
Yes.
This is the original Very album. You can see it's very tactile.
Thomas likes the Liberty album, but since Liberty was my first Duran Duran album, I love it.
Whoa, get on here, you
Careful.
bastard.
Beat After Beat says to use Gorilla Glue.
On.
The laser.
Oh, well, the laser's out in no man's land over there.
We'll get a new laser.
And I'm sure it rained on it all night.
Oh, that's nice.
This is the one I picked up day one at Tower Records.
Mhm.
Yay! It's even got a sticker on the back. And then at one point I had another one that had a big foamy cover. And it had 2 records in it.
Ah.
And
Is
it
it
was-
facing the right way?
It was called, no.
Oh.
It was called Very Relentless.
Bought Behavior 2 months after Liberty, Tom Baker says.
Yeah, I think that's, we talked about that.
Beat After
Oh,
Beat said had it, also came in yellow.
Did it really?
That's what Beat After Beat said.
I don't recall that.
Miss Carpenter, rip laser. R.I.P.
Further listening.
Further listening.
So this encapsulates everything. We're only going to be talking about the album proper today because there's too much to talk about here on the back, and we have to talk about Relentless. So, and I did want to mention Electronic.
Whatever that is.
That's the side band they have.
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned it last week.
Bands are always doing side bands.
But these guys do so many side projects. I mean, look on the back of this. Is demo for what's her name? Demo for what's her name?
Yeah, but, you know.
So let's talk about the rebirth of the Pet Shop Boys.
Oh, we're going to get a history lesson? Okay, let me turn my brain off.
And then we're going to get, well, you don't have to turn it off. You're going to turn it on. You're going to see a pattern here. Maybe I mentioned this this week. They go from slow, kind of sleepy album to high energy, up-tempo album, and then back and forth. What do you think of that?
It's great.
Do you know what tempo is?
I love the history part of the Laser
Well,
Brains.
this is what we're here to talk about it.
Uh,
Or you tell me the history of it.
they got some songs.
Wow. I didn't know you were going to go that in depth.
They're gonna do them.
Well, I guess thanks for coming, everybody. We can switch off and get ready for the Chip Show.
Yep.
So long.
So long. Yeah, I need at least an hour to prepare for that. So we're already 9 minutes over.
So since we're 9 minutes over, let's start with what are we doing? What's the first song?
I don't know. Why do you not have it?
You always have the list.
Can I have
you
it?
want to look at I can't read that.
Oh, well, I can. Get it? Can you forgive her?
Mm-hmm. First single off of this record.
Let's see what I got. I like the cadence on this one. It's very satisfying, pretty catchy, and love the chorus.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how do you like that?
So this was also the start of their huge. Well, I guess maybe Always on My Mind was the start of that orchestra
You
hit.
were always on my
But this
mind.
one, they were really hitting the orchestra.
You were always on my
This whole
mind.
melody is almost all orchestra hits on this song.
This whole melody is almost all orchestra.
You know what I mean by that?
Yeah,
You know
I
what
got
an
it.
orchestra hit is?
Yeah, it just took you a bit to
What
get
is it?
there. Orchestra?
What's the orchestra hit?
What?
I knew you didn't know. I saw you talking and I was looking in your
Mhm.
eyes and I knew you had no idea.
Okay, say it.
That's the brum, 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 brum. Small little
Wow.
orchestra samples.
You are such a loser. Did you know that? I hated Always on My Mind, Beat After Beat says.
Really?
Tom Baker says, here in Belgium, the song was #1.
I don't know if it was #1 here, but it was.
Fawn loves that song. Loved Always on My... Miss Carpenter loved Always on My Mind. So Beat hates it. Carpenter loves it.
What do they think of Can You Forgive Her?
Yeah. Can you? What did you think? You didn't
I
share
really
your
liked
thoughts.
the song, but I was around when it was a single. Remember, when they do the singles, you get to listen to it for a couple months before you get the album. So
Yeah.
you listen to it a lot.
And, well, I know that. My bands do that still.
I'm not 100% sure it's going to be my favorite off this record, but it would certainly would be up there.
I think I had it as an up there. Oh, I already have Sleeper coming up here.
Oh.
A possible Sleeper.
Take it easy, bro.
Beat After Beat, I don't like Willie Nelson.
Oh, well. Then you should like this version.
Yeah, this is like the better version of that other song. Get
I
it?
don't think that was Willie Nelson's song. I think it was Elvis's song.
Mm.
And then I think Willie did it.
Alright.
I could be wrong.
Is that all you have to say about it?
Can You Forgive Her?
Can you?
Well, I mentioned the orchestra hits, which is really the backbone of that song. Great lyrics, which you
Mhm.
don't listen to.
Yep, not really.
Great singing and a fun little harbinger of what is to come on this record,
Mm-hmm.
which is an up-tempo, punchy, whatever. And there is a difference between the album and then the singles,
Mm-hmm.
because the singles, I've noticed a lot of these, they refreshed and added
Mhm.
instruments to. Sometimes it's better, sometimes it's worse. And I'll point
Mhm.
it out when we get there.
Okay.
So tell me about the next song.
People are fighting in the comments about Willie.
Willie is not worth fighting over, I assure you.
Tom Baker says this song was a bit too artificial. Two already better songs on the album.
When you say artificial, are you talking about the instrumentation or are you talking about the singing?
Mm. And Michael says, Can You Forgive Her is great.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Well, there you go. You and Michael are always like this.
Yeah, we are.
You guys are always
But
like,
to
yeah.
be fair, here's spoiler.
Uh-oh.
I like all the songs on this CD.
I am all.
I do.
All right. Do you want the next one? Or no?
For the longest time, if somebody had asked me, what's your favorite record, I would have said Very.
Oh,
Now,
look
is
at
it still the
you.
case today? We'll find out
Well,
in the
we're
end.
not going to spoil. I bet it will be.
But that's how good that record is.
I wouldn't normally do this kind of thing.
Another single.
Okay, so this can't be a sleeper. Excuse me.
In fact, the picture that I put up on this video is
Is the one from
video
that?
is from the video that they dressed up.
Yep.
Yep.
There
That
it is.
I wouldn't normally do this kind of thing. There's a nice little homage to Mortal Kombat in that video
Mm-hmm.
where they fight each other.
Mm-hmm. Tom Baker says, I think the lyrics are forced to fit the music for the last song.
But there's definitely a story there.
Can't you forgive her?
And I
Can
think
you
I
forgive
think
her?
to be fair, every lyric is massaged to fit
Well,
into
yeah.
the music.
That's life.
But it sounds like a very personal story if you listen to the lyrics.
You're just in love
But
with
I
it.
can't be sure. And this is also the start of the gay thread.
Your favorite.
This is where the gay starts punching through.
Tom Baker says it seemed forced. Michael said a big tick for me. What does that mean? Big tick for me.
That might be Surrey playing games. You
Oh,
know how that
maybe.
goes.
Or are we talking about this song still? I wouldn't normally do this kind of thing.
I was talking to that guy who made that ship the other day,
Uh-huh.
and we were talking about. I was talking about the police, and we were giving tickets because they were all out there that day or so.
Mm-hmm.
And I was telling him how I thought there was a police car up ahead. I could see it in the distance, and I thought he was over there busting some guy's balls because
Mhm.
you had to to get out of Jacksonville, you have to be on this ancillary street
Mm-hmm.
all the way down to get on the freeway. So I said that in Surrey changed busting his balls to blessing his balls.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes.
Was he?
We had a good laugh about it.
Yeah. That is nice, actually. I like that story better.
Yeah,
I like it way
it
better.
might be. So I wouldn't normally do this kind of thing. This one, I like it, but it's a little too cheesy poppy for me.
Oh.
It's a little too
Um,
vanilla.
The title sound is very nice. I like the background vocals they add to this one. I've never heard this one before, but I really like this one. So screw you, I guess.
Did you listen to the single version or just the regular on the album?
Whatever you had on your thing.
Well, both of them are on there.
Well, I listen to whatever's on this.
Woof.
Woof.
So again, more noises, but
Oh, Michael says Aussie slang for teacher's thumbs up. So a big tick for me?
so big thumbs up.
Oh, okay. Big. Oh, like a tick? Like a. You know?
Maybe like a notch, you mean?
Like a.
I don't know. We're all confused, but
We're
we
trying
get
to
what you mean.
understand Australia. We can do
We're
it.
trying to understand where you get to tick, but you know there's slang everywhere.
Exactly. Well, we're gonna start using that, so we gotta make sure we're using it right.
No chance. I didn't understand
Big
it.
tick for me. Whenever you like something.
Yeah, because we say a big kick. I got a big kick out of that.
Yeah,
so
there's
that's where
that.
my brain is stuck.
There's,
So,
Tom Baker likes it more than Forgive Her.
yeah, that's a spicy opinion.
Yeah, Michael says as in a correct tick. That's what I was saying. Like a boop. You know?
a check.
Kind of.
Oh, I get you.
Because sometimes a tick is also just like a one in the wind column, you know?
Right, and I call that a check mark. Or
Some
a
people
check.
say it. Well, it depends if you do the line or the check mark.
I always do the check mark.
I was trying to do the
I
check-
love the check
I
mark.
was trying to make you understand with the check mark, but a tick, I think of like a line.
Well, you could be right. I call that
Oh.
a hash, but
Beat after beat has ticks.
oh,
Oh.
might want to get those removed. They do weird things to your brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, that song is just a little too vanilla for me.
Mhm.
It's fine, but I can understand why that was a single, and it's for the masses to play on the radio.
Mhm. Everybody liked your reaction and going, oh, to beat having ticks.
Yeah, well, that's a bummer, right? Ticks are bad news. Ask Daryl Hall of Hall and Oates.
Ticks.
He almost died from a tick.
Ooh, I don't like that.
So angry was he that he wanted to destroy all deer.
I don't really like it. The word is cold, even if it's a love song.
I wouldn't normally do this kind of thing. I
Is
just
it a
think
love
it's
song?
sung in sort of a cutesy poo way.
Yeah, you like cutesy
And
poo.
the lyrics are kind of cutesy poo.
You like cutesy poo.
I'm not really into cutesy poo.
I think you are.
That's why I like the harder edge of Can You Forgive Her.
Oh, I like the harder edge.
Do you have anything to say about it?
I read my notes.
Did you? Oh,
Yeah.
well, in one ear and out the other.
Yeah,
Can
thanks.
you refresh me?
The title sound is very nice. I like the background vocals they add to this one. I've never heard this one before, but I really like this one. Then I said, screw you, I guess, because you said you didn't like it that much.
I said I liked it. I said I didn't love it.
Sounds like I...
Because it's not a bad song. I would listen to it.
Oh,
Let's go on to the third one.
Okay. Oh, no, he's still talking about Can You Forgive Her. He doesn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I get
that's what he
that.
was
I get
saying.
it.
Liberation.
Liberation. Ba-da-da-da-da. Talk about cutesy poo.
You ready for this one? You ready for these notes? I wasn't digging it for a while, but once I hit the chorus / pre-chorus, I fell in love with it. So the chorus is it, and then the build-up ain't it. Those high notes are amazing.
See, that's funny because I would say the opposite.
Okay.
I like the singing before the chorus better.
Mm-hmm.
But then the liberation part is fine. But again, this is a good song. I just wouldn't put it in the great category.
Michael says it's one of his favorites. So maybe you need to listen to it again. Did you listen to this again this week?
I listened to the whole thing.
Okay, well there
And
you
the
go.
second side a couple times.
Tom Baker says one of their best. Sounds like you are a loser.
I think Liberation was a single too.
Was it?
As in
Should I look that
also.
up?
I think it was.
Let me see what I got here.
They
What
had a
is-
lot of singles from this
Pet Shop
record.
Boys
That's my
Berry.
recollection,
Pet
anyway.
Shop
Excuse me for the
Boys.
squeaking cup.
Can you forget?
So we're getting that. See the sort of washed out picture and pixelations? That's all due to light.
The singles are "Can You Forgive Her,"
Mm-hmm.
"Go West,"
Yeah.
I wouldn't normally do this kind of thing,
Okay, got that one.
"Liberation," "Yesterday When I Was Mad."
That's a lot of singles.
That's
off a
5.
record. Kind of shows you how popular this record was.
Yeah.
Plus, this was this is finally, they did that first tour that they were kind of didn't have their sea legs, and then this was.
Michael says it was a single in Australia, so there you go.
The next tour that they did in support of this record that's the Pet Shop Boys, and they're still pretty much the same today.
I like this too. You can't really see it, but then like I'm sitting here like fiddling with the dots, and I'm like,
it's like Braille.
you know what it looks like? It looks like 3D printed. You know what I'm saying?
You should have seen the cushiony one. You'd have loved that.
I would have loved it.
I don't know what happened to it.
Mm.
A lot of things disappear around here.
I noticed that.
Well, let's move on from Liberation.
Is there anything else you wanted to say? Nope.
No.
Everybody likes Liberation.
Another good song. Just not my favorite.
A different point of view.
You got a different point of view. I said like I said it was great, but in spite of being treated this way. Yeah, this is a really good song.
Yeah, Beat After Beat said I had the yellow copy of Very.
Yeah, I don't remember the yellow copy of
Well,
Very.
you better start looking.
I guess I better.
I said they're doing really good at the parts of the song where it matches the title. So when it hits that title word, but everything around this one I wasn't feeling. I was just waiting for that one line delivery the whole time. So there you go.
But I like how earnest this song is.
Oh.
I
Touch my soul.
No, but there's a difference in his singing on this one. This, to me, again, was probably a personal experience. Because the lyrics is almost telling a story.
Tom Baker says you're going too fast. You better slow down.
With the songs?
Maybe.
I don't know.
We got 13 to get through, don't we? 12.
12.
Why did I say 13?
I don't know. You like unlucky stuff.
We got 12 songs, and then we got part 2 tomorrow is going to be like 500 songs, so make sure you're there for that.
Next week. It might be
I thought you said tomorrow. We could do next
Maybe.
week if you wanted.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It depends on what you want to do. If we watch a laser disc tonight, you probably will want to talk about that.
Yeah, well, if we have enough time, right?
Well, that's what you do. You just said.
We'll see. There's plenty to do. What song are we on again?
I don't know. A different point of view?
A different point of view. What did you think?
I already said my notes. This is the same one we're talking about, right? We didn't move on?
Yeah, Liberation and then
A
different point of view.
They're doing really good at the parts where they match the title, but everything around this one I wasn't feeling. I'm just waiting for that one line delivery. Do you not remember that?
I'm trying to think of what's the one line delivery?
The title song.
Oh, you got a different point. See, I think that's a little underbaked.
See, and I like that part.
Point of view.
You gotta get that brain checked, dude.
I know. I should have had a coffee is really what
You know what
is.
we should do?
I'm so unfocused.
We gotta start getting some brain games on your phone. Start working that thing. So then when I say something, at least you'll hear it.
Well, it's not my fault. The medicine that I'm on, that's one of the side effects. Brain rot.
Yeah, well, you kind of had that before, though, didn't you?
I know.
Yeah. Now it's even worse.
Now it's kicked into a high gear.
Oh, great. Well, what did you think of this song? What did you think, brain rot boy? This is gonna be a sucky show if you turn into a zombie.
Shop guys. Orange.
And then I'll be over here. I didn't remember there being a yellow copy.
So point of view. I just don't.
I know.
I don't remember a yellow copy, but I believe it. I think this is one of the better tunes on this record. I guess we'll disagree on that one.
Yeah, we've disagreed on everything so far, except the first one.
If I said it was black, you'd say it was gray. But in spite of being treated this way, I still dream of you all night and day. That's beautiful. Come on, it's not touch your soul.
My soul is so.
Your soul is hollowed out.
I think you.
Rabbit pellet.
I think you get up on your soapbox and you think you're better than everybody.
I've never thought I was better than anybody.
I think you listen to that song and you're like, oh, I can see all the masterful work done.
No, but what is music?
Songs.
Well, I mean, if you just like noise, I could go over there and bang out some noises.
I want it to be a good noise.
It's got over 2 trillion noises. I'm sure we could find one you like.
I don't need a soul-touching noise.
I'm
all
walking
the
the
time.
dog,
Do,
your
do,
four-legged
do,
friend needs some lovin'.
See, that's a good
Sitting at
song.
home, thinking about putting his head in the oven.
Now, does that touch my soul?
It should.
It doesn't.
It should touch your funny bone anyways.
Yeah, that's not my soul.
But you can picture it, right? You can see the
Oh
dog
my
sitting at
God.
home and then putting his head in the oven.
Mm-hmm. I can.
Walking the dog.
Did you want to say anything about this song?
I did.
or-
I gave a whole...
Oh, you ready for the next one then?
Yeah, then go to the
Is that where
next
you be a
one. Yeah,
little,
go to the next
baby?
one.
They're talking about a TV in here.
I love a TV.
And they're talking about Fawn selling her TV or Beats TV.
That
Oh,
is
Beat,
actually...
I'm buying you a TV. JK.
Oh, does he not have a TV? He
Uh,
must have a computer monitor, and that's essentially a TV nowadays.
uh.
You know, can I give a shout out to...
Beat After Beat says putting head in the oven, question mark.
Yeah, it was a song about a dog walker.
Mm-hmm.
And that the link is that, wouldn't you rather have a dog walker come over and walk your dog instead of the dog sitting at home all day thinking about putting his head in the oven, which is an old... I don't want to say the word because of YouTube, but apparently that was a thing, which I don't understand how that works, but...
Burn up.
Would you?
Gas.
Maybe it's gas. Putting your
Maybe
head in the
it's
oven
gas.
and the thing's not on, it's just gassing.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
Uh.
But I just remember that phrase, and then I added it into the dog song.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So what song do you want to talk about? Oh wait, I want to say one thing. Prime Video, most of the time sucks.
I love Prime Video.
But because there's some big kerfuff with James Bond and MGM Studios, and they bought it. I was like, oh, I wonder if they have a hub. So I actually turned Prime Video on today, and do you know what I found?
What did you find?
They have live channels. And one of them just plays 80s videos all day for free.
That's your dream come true.
For free.
You could go on
And
YouTube.
guess what song they were playing?
What song?
We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do
I
I.
love that song.
Well, it was on there.
Love it.
All right, what's the next song?
Dreaming of the Queen.
I love this song.
No. Oh, of course you do.
I love that drag of that keyboard.
Too slow and nothing really remarkable. I could
Dreaming
skip
of the
this one.
Queen.
The horns are fun though. The way they
Yeah.
drag out. There you go.
Visiting for tea.
So I like the horns and nothing else.
What about the line? You and her and I and Lady Di.
You're in love with
What
the.
a-
I don't
what a-
like slow songs.
But listen to that sentence.
I don't like
It's so
slow songs.
busy.
I don't like slow songs. Sorry, I'm saying it.
That's it. What are your notes?
I just read them.
Well, was I talking when you read them?
No,
or-
well, I went into it. I started off the discussion.
Hit me again.
Oh my god.
I'll give you a peanut M&M.
Mm.
Note, I don't have any peanut M&Ms.
Too slow and nothing really remarkable. I could skip this one. The horns are fun though, in the way they drag
Yeah.
out. I just read it to you.
You might be wrong.
Okay,
Well,
you
I
might
don't-
be wrong too.
You just don't like Lady Di, I think.
Love Lady Di.
Oh, okay. All right.
Gotta be honest, I don't really know who that is.
Princess Diana?
Oh, I know Princess Diana.
That's Lady Di.
I never called her Lady Di.
Well, everybody did.
Oh, excuse me. Fawn says to calm down, you two.
Yeah, would you calm down?
You're over there like, okay, now read it again.
You are
Now read
wilder.
it again.
You are wilder than Fawn's 5 dogs that go crazy.
Beat after beat says break it up.
Yeah, break it up. What's the matter with you?
They're
Break it
talking
up.
to you too.
Not likely.
Mm-hmm.
They're just trying to be nice to you.
Mm-hmm. Everybody's saying, Thomas, calm down.
Calm down. If I get any more calm, I'll be in a coma.
Read your notes again.
See? I told you I'm calm.
Okay, what you're gay for this song? Is that what I'm hearing?
It's a very good song.
Okay.
This is Pet Shop Boys near the top of their form. lyrically, and the music is outstanding. Come on, you even mentioned the horns, so that got through to you.
See, I said the horns.
Mhm.
That's why I said, look, I like the horns too.
And I just like it's almost like poetry when you listen to it. You don't like poetry?
Not really. They asked me like 500 questions.
You're an English teacher, right?
They asked me about like 500 questions on the Praxis about poetry. Now I hate poetry.
Aren't you an English major?
It doesn't mean I have to like poetry.
Isn't it 90% poetry?
No.
Ooh.
It's not. It's 90% stories. And then maybe 10% poetry.
Every English class I was in, there was a lot of poetry, and I was like,
That's funny because I've never done a poetry lesson before.
have you ever done like a poetry slam?
No, I've done figurative language, which is in poetry sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
A
Have you ever
lot.
gone up and read your poetry?
No, I didn't write poetry.
Do you know what Vogon poetry is?
No.
It's some of the worst poetry ever written in the galaxy.
Oh, you're all in that Hitchhiker's Guide.
Oh, that brain, all of this. I saw a little spark, and I thought, it knows.
Because I listened, that part of the audiobook I listened to like over and over again, where they talked about that.
Vogon. It's funny
Yeah.
stuff.
I think that movie was too long.
I think you're right.
Mm-hmm. I took poetry class in 10th grade.
By the way, it wasn't a movie. It was a miniseries.
Oh, too long.
All right, let's go on to the next song.
Okay. Yesterday when I was mad.
Chef's kiss on this song. So good.
I put in all caps, everything is the best part of this song. This won me over with how lovely the chorus was.
Everything?
Yeah. Was there no everything in this one? I hope so.
Yesterday when I was mad, quite prepared. Oh yeah, there is. To give up everything.
That's the one.
Admitting I don't believe.
Yeah, because if there was no everything, then my whole list is off.
Then we posed for pictures with the competition winners and argued about the hotel rooms and where to go for dinner.
Miss Carpenter says, love when they disagree.
Someone said it's fabulous you're still around today. You've both made such a little go a very long way. By the way, yesterday when I was mad, that's the word for crazy, not angry.
Okay.
Did you know that?
The connotative or denotative meaning.
Bojonative.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you smiling?
I'm an English teacher.
Why are you smiling?
Because you were attacking my English teacherness, and you don't even know what that means.
Why are you smiling?
Because you suck.
Tell me what you think. It's so easy. It shouldn't even
Because
be
you were
allowed.
doing it on purpose the whole time.
No, I wasn't, but that time I was.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of the best songs I've ever written. I love the singing at the chorus, and I love the sort of rap in the middle, and I love the lyrics, and I love the story it's telling.
Another great song, Michael says.
And if you haven't seen this video, in fact, this video you will have to watch before you go off to Dreamland.
Oh, I'm going to bed.
That's a plug.
River, I love you.
Can I tell you something?
That's Pet Shop Boys.
In 1 month's time,
Mm-hmm.
they are releasing a Blu-ray
Of that.
of the Dreamland tour.
Woo!
Can't wait to see it.
Tom Baker says it's my least fave.
The single version or the album version? Because the album version is far and away the better one. In the single version, I do not like all of the extra stuff they put in there.
Mm-hmm.
It changes it goes from a sincere angst to it almost negates all of the feeling in the
Oh,
album
he says
version.
no, least favorite album. That's still shocking to him. He's not. And then Beat After Beat says agree
Me?
with Tom.
Well, you bought it.
You got the yellow version.
I hope you got a refund.
I just made this.
Yeah, that
fly
thing's
up.
so old, it's butt squeak.
Let's
It's
be-
dead.
Let's be careful with that.
All right, well, I guess we're all... This is turning into be a very controversial album. That's strange to me.
'Cause
All right.
To you, it's perfect.
Not perfect, but it's one of their best.
The theater.
The Theater.
Mm-hmm.
Now, tell me you don't like this.
Let's see what I had to say.
Oh, here we go.
Certain mood for this kind of song. It's not bad, but it definitely has some lifting off the ground type moments.
Mm-hmm.
So that means I felt spiritually awakened occasionally.
When the bums you stepped over
But I love
as you leave the theater.
gotta be in a certain mood for this type of song.
There's another world here. The streets are gleaming.
Beat
Come on,
after,
that's fantastic.
Beat After Beat sold his yellow version of this on eBay. Yellow?
You did?
Yeah.
What'd you get for that?
$5 million. Because it's the only one they ever made.
I don't know. I just don't remember it. I know yellow is certainly a major color in this record.
Yellow?
Yes.
Why?
I don't know, but
Okay.
it is. Even look at their hats.
What about orange? Orange.
Orange is a major color too. That's the color I have.
Orange.
All right. Well, The Theater is one of their best songs ever written, but
No,
too bad, so sad.
it's not. But okay. Who knows? It was over 15 years ago when he sold it. He doesn't remember how
Oh.
much he got for it.
Well, I mean, if you got a new motorcycle with the profits in it, you did pretty good. I'm just noticing with this, what do you call it? Background now, you can actually see,
You can see everything.
you can see DJ Culture up there on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned it last week. It's above Seven and the Ragged Tiger.
Are those your VHS tapes up there? Or what
Those are
those?
betas.
Those are betas, excuse me.
And right below, Scandal, The Warrior. And then there's another PSP up there, right there. Remember that picture?
Yet there's no Superman on the Golden Horse that we can see.
No, that's a shame.
It's really sad.
Yeah.
But you can see all your little posters and stuff.
Terminator. I do
Pretty
like that Star
fancy.
Trek where they're beaming in.
Yeah.
That company doesn't exist anymore, but they did some great work.
Yeah. It was a promo copy from another country.
Oh, see, there you go.
Yeller.
I knew I wasn't crazy.
Okay. What country?
Budapest.
Okay, let me look it up.
Budapest, a country? I think that's a city. Budapest.
Budapest, a country, is the capital city of Hungary.
So I was wrong. I am hungry, though. You love that joke? You think anybody's ever
No,
mentioned that
no.
country and not said they were hungry? Or not hungry?
Very yellow version. Let's see.
I can see it down there in the corner. That's it right there. All the faces.
Target. You can get it today.
Oh.
Look
Maybe
at
I have that.
Maybe.
Wouldn't that be crazy if I had that?
Ketchup Boys. Rare yellow cover.
You know what? Lower your whatever. I want to go see if I have that.
What's my whatever? This?
That thing blocking me.
You're not gonna have it.
Ottoman. Uh-oh. I smell a bet coming on. Fiver?
No.
Well, you sounded pretty serious.
I won my last bet, so I'm never gonna bet again. You got
Ulysses S. Grant.
You got your live
after the
taken
Civil
down.
War.
You got your live taken down.
What's my live taken down?
That was our last bet.
Oh.
Yeah. Counting down
Well,
your
just so
show.
you know, it didn't get taken down.
It did.
Or is that the one that got taken down? One
It
of them I
did.
got stayed up
No.
because I turned it off early.
It got taken down. Nice try, though. Want some hot chips, Thomas? He does not. He can't do spice at all. He just told me that he can't do sharp cheddar anymore, which is insane. Me too. The album was too very. At least for me. This album was fine. He's all in love with it. I like the music I like, you know? He's never gonna make me fall in love with his music. Because it's his fave. A lot of activity. See, and this is why I don't bet. Notice that? I didn't bet. So how do you like them apples?
I don't like those apples.
Mm,
Bunk.
Made in Germany.
Bunk.
Did you see that?
Yep.
So is Germany where they made the yellow?
Oh. And then look.
I don't remember you having that. Did you get that recently?
It wasn't that long ago.
Look at you.
There's some songs on
And
it.
yet you didn't remember
I didn't.
getting it?
I didn't remember getting
You're
it.
insane.
Any chance you can read what that says on there?
Yeah.
I have no idea what that says.
Can you forgive her? I wouldn't normally do this kind of thing. Liberation, a different point of view, dreaming of the queen, yesterday when I was mad, the theater, 1 and 1 make 5, to speak is a sin, young offender, 1 in a million, go west, and then there's all the licensing stuff on that third one.
Oh, so this is just the album proper.
Yeah.
Well, it's written so many ways. I thought maybe there was something extra on there.
No, that's like the copyright information. 2018 it said.
All right, there it is. Great. Glad we did that.
Tom Baker says, how you like them apples? Jack Nicholson always said this. Did he?
Well, it's in, I don't know if Jack Nicholson said it, but it was in Good Will Hunting, right?
How you like them apples?
How do you like them apples?
How do you like them apples? Then you said you didn't like the apples, so. What one are we on? I think we're on 1 and 1 make 5.
1 and 1 make 5.
Let me see what I
This
put.
one is another cutesy poo one for me.
You love cutesy poo.
But some great music in the background.
Those starting instruments are super fun and sound like a fun piano
the
noise. Background vocals are on point and also super fun. Not my fave, but it definitely has some great moments. No, I'm not reading that again.
Oh, come on. I was making the noise.
I'm
Could you
not-
read it again?
I'm not reading the notes again.
Please?
So, hope you enjoyed.
Please?
$20.
Not $20.
$20 and I'll reread
I've
that
got
note.
something. It's one of a kind.
Is it that record?
Repeat it.
I'll take
You're
it.
getting my record.
He said it in 4 movies, Tom Baker said.
Oh,
it's
did
like
he really?
it's like his trademark. How do you like them apples?
Must be the older ones.
Oh, there you go. You're not a Jack Nicholson fan.
Well, of course, everybody knows him from The Shining.
Yeah.
But in that one, he said, "Here's Johnny."
Yeah.
An improvised line, by the way.
When he pulled up, he said, instead of "Here's Johnny," he said, "How do you like them apples?"
Did he?
No.
Oh.
Brain
You
melt.
want to know what an underrated Jack Nicholson performance is?
What?
Wolf.
Never heard
Kids,
of it.
look that up.
Never heard
Wolf.
of it.
Underrated. Anyways, do you want your one-of-a-kind item?
Yeah.
Well, first you have to read it again.
No. I gotta
Then you
see the
can't get
item first.
No.
Yeah.
One-of-a-kind item.
I don't want it.
Okay, then you don't get it.
Okay.
You're
You don't get to hear what I
You're gonna
said.
be sorry.
You don't get to hear.
You're sorry.
It's gonna be something stupid.
All right, come on. Where are
Ooh,
we?
Duran Duran has a new perfume. It's called Neo Rio.
I saw that.
Do I need that?
Well, did you see the price? Look at the price first.
You gonna buy it for me?
Yeah.
For Mother's Day?
I might try it if Nick walked in here with it and gave it to me.
I like perfume, so I'm a collector like that.
All right.
How much?
Hope you're a money bag.
How much? I do not have the money. But
Donut.
I do not. Neo Rio
Mm-hmm.
perfume.
Everything they do is called something Rio. Is it on sale?
You want to know what's really funny?
Hmm.
On this website, it says $339,
Mhm.
free delivery over $485.
Bastards.
5 days ago, Neo. Ooh, the bottle looks cool
Well, sure.
for women and men. That could be us.
Now, would you like to know how much it costs them to produce that?
$2.
About 85 cents.
Yeah. Let me see what the notes are. Fig, Elmi,
Elmi?
Cistus.
They actually put Elmi in there?
I don't know what Elmi
Me
is.
either. I think it's a piece of Elmo.
Mm-hmm. Elmi. Elmi. Elmi smell. Bright, fresh, and slightly spicy. Blend of lemon, pine, and a hint of frankincense. That actually sounds quite lovely.
Is there any myrrh in there?
Murder.
Huh. All right, let's get back on track now. What song were we on?
Now you got me on that perfume, man. Hey, if anybody wants to send me that perfume,
Mm-hmm.
why don't we ask our fans? Maybe they'll band
We'll
together.
be glad to send it to you. Just give me your credit card.
My birthday
Mm-hmm.
is coming up.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
So if my fans bought me a little perfume,
Mhm.
you already got me a gift.
I did.
Yeah, you bought me concert tickets.
I did. I don't remember that.
Yeah, it's in 2 weeks. I gotta go.
Well, how would you like a Starfleet uniform?
Nah.
Good.
Okay.
What song are we on?
Okay. To speak is a sin.
To speak.
That wasn't a
is
single?
sin. It should have been, right?
It wasn't?
Okay.
Okay.
Once in a while, a smile if you did. Now, what do you think that song's about?
Speaking and it being a sin.
I'll bet the farm that is a gay ritual.
Do gay people speak?
Well, if you say you're gay in the wrong place back then,
I guess that's true.
you better be slick about it. I think that's what that song is about.
Let me see what I said about it. Oh, I know this one.
Mm-hmm.
You have it in the car all the time.
Huh?
And love it.
What does that tell you?
That moment to speak is a sin is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Love some good horns.
You're a little too far there. Was that one of the B-sides that they left off the record?
Tom Baker said maybe the Wild Boys perfume or the Electric Barbarella perfume.
Boy, the Wild Boys one probably stinks.
Yeah.
And the Electric Barbarella one probably smells of WD-40 and ass.
Okay.
That's how I'd make it.
That's nice. Probably weaker song. Very good. Oh, Michael says 1 and 1 make
5.
5. I like it, but for me, probably a weaker song on this very good album.
Mm-hmm.
Beat After Beat says I like Go West a lot. Michael says To Speak is a Sin. Love this. Reminds me of a Aha song. Another great band. I like Aha.
Yeah, I don't know that I get that.
Well, you always said this song reminds me of.
Yeah, Pet Shop Boys, rarely do they ever remind me of anyone else. They really are unique that way.
Well, I really like this song, and a little spoiler.
In fact, I'll tell you a little secret. A lot of times I hear their songs and I go, that reminds me of another Pet Shop Boys song.
Mm-hmm. That's another thing on this album. Too many lyrics about silly, oversensitive things.
I know, but I love it.
I love it.
That's what I love.
Thomas is growing a beard.
For now.
For now. Until somebody finds your razor, right?
I know where my razor is.
Did she find it?
Would you like to know
What she did with it? Remember, didn't she lose it?
Really?
Yeah, I thought.
Oh, you're talking about the electric razor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you used to shave your beard.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I found it, but yes.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't finding the razor. It was finding the power pack to the razor to charge it.
Can't use the razor.
Couldn't use the razor.
Couldn't use the razor.
At least not to cut hair.
Mm-hmm.
But the
You
only
want to
reason,
tell me anything else
yes,
about that?
The only reason I shave is because I'm too lazy to shave every day.
Yeah.
So that's why I grow the beard. It buys you a little time.
Yeah. I've known you as a beard most of your life.
I've known you as a beard most of your life.
You are a beard for what's her face, our roommate over there.
Thank you. So, where are we?
I messed up your tape again. Oh.
Wait, yeah, you're really going to town on that case, huh?
Well, it's broken. Young Offender.
Young Offender. Now, I gotta hear your notes on this.
Ooh, Beat After Beat likes your smooth face.
Oh. But want to know what else is smooth on me?
Ew.
What? I was gonna say my elbow,
Oh,
pervert.
and Miss Carpenter says beard looks good.
Oh,
so
thank
Miss
you.
Carpenter likes the beard. Beat likes the smooth face. So
The problem with this beard is it needs some beard dye.
pick favorites. Let's see. This one didn't reach me as a bop or a spiritual moment. The background instruments have a weird beat, so I don't get it. Oh, Beat After Beat says, I like my smooth face, not your smooth face.
Well, okay, whatever.
He says you're Sailor Boy.
How dare you?
I don't
Young
like.
Offender?
I don't like this one.
This is probably a top 5 Pet Shop Boys song.
Oh,
That's how good that
shut
song
up.
is.
Shut up.
You're out of your. That is perfection. Time to stand up. I'm not. I just
Uh-oh.
stood up. I went and
Stand
got the
up.
record. Stupid watch.
Do it.
I'm not doing it. By the way, standing up doesn't do it. You have to walk around, otherwise it doesn't count it.
Go walk around.
I did. I went and got the record.
Yeah, but it wasn't during your stand-up time, so it doesn't
Yeah, it
count.
was.
No, it was not. It's telling you to stand up, so it wasn't.
Well, if it keeps bothering me, I'm going to take it
Okay.
off.
Beat After Beat show is in 10 minutes. Do we want to keep... Are we going to try to whatever, or are you going to pop in whenever?
Well, I mean, we're almost done.
Okay.
But Young Offender, really?
I didn't like Young Offender.
What about that chord change?
Can I just have my thoughts?
I think you should listen to that again.
Young Offender? Nah.
Mhm.
Really like it as well as Hama. Yeah, Michael likes it. You and Michael are basically there.
Mm-hmm.
It's too
That song is otherworldly. I don't know how a human wrote that. It's fantastic.
It's too long. It's the longest one on the album.
But all the long bits are those chord changes, and they're absolutely fantastic.
Thomas moves too fast. He wants to catch a train. Actually, we want to go see Beat's show.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
We want to catch a bag of chips.
I want to see
You ever hear
the
that expression?
chips.
All that in a bag
Wait,
of chips?
chips? Yes, I have.
I want all of it in
a bag of chips. Young Offender, 1 in a Million is the next one.
1 in a million men could change the way you feel. That part I don't really care for, but the other part I do care for.
Lots of good build-up, but didn't get the payoff I was hoping for that I've been getting earlier in the album. Very nice overall.
Yeah. It's a good song, not a great song. Again, this album is full of good songs, not great songs, but then the great ones are really great.
Mm-hmm. Where's my list I was working on?
It's unclear to me.
Did I not listen to Go West?
How did you not listen to Go West?
Because I
Life
talked
is
about an 8-minute
peaceful
song on
there.
this one. I don't think that's Go West.
In the
What's the
open
8-minute
air,
song?
Go West.
Oh, Go West is the 8-minute song. Then why does it say on here it's 5 minutes?
Maybe you have the longer version.
Yeah, what I had to listen to the longer version and I hated it.
The CD might have ran out of juice.
I said, oh God, 8-minute story, not bad, had some good background vocals, and I was enjoying the story. Wasn't super bored.
Well, this is a cover.
Oh.
That is not their song. Whose song is it?
Michael says 1 in a Million is as good as it gets.
1 in a million men could change the way you feel. I don't love the chorus, but I love the other bits.
We have a Village People photo with my parents.
Well,
Homemaker
that
says.
gave away the who wrote Go West.
I think Village People wrote Go West.
Yes, I think they did too.
Okay.
It's not the YMCA, it's Go West. Any idea what that song's about?
It's fun to stay at the YMCA.
Any guess?
Going west?
Gays going to San Francisco.
Woo!
That's what that song is about.
Village People.
See what I mean? They're climbing out of the closet.
That's fun. They'll be the next Queen. The opening of Thompson
I don't
event.
think Queen ever came out of the closet.
They were at the opening of a Thompson event in Brussels. Also Roger Moore.
The Pet Shop Boys?
What's
What's the correlation between Roger Moore and the Pet Shop Boys?
They were at an opening of a Thompson event in Brussels. Also Roger Moore. My dad worked for Thompson Brussels.
Oh. I like Roger Moore.
Yeah. 1976 to 1980. Everybody likes the YMCA song, and they're all singing it in the comments.
Well, it's Trump's song now.
YMCA.
Yeah, I really.
That's it?
I really like. Well, there's not much to say about Go West.
Yeah.
That's their epic closer for the tour.
I don't like it.
It has very October Symphony vibes.
No.
I mean, it's just, and then their remix of it, and the hurry up, baby, Hurry up, baby. It's a good little tune.
I don't think I like any 8-minute songs.
Mm.
No, that's not true. How long is that one song I like? That's the longest song I can think of, and I don't think it's 8 minutes.
Indigada Davida?
No, that's the one where the Simpsons Bart was having him play that.
Yes.
That's good stuff. So the longest song that I like that I can think of is 12 minutes.
Wow. So then I don't want to hear you complain about songs anymore.
Yeah.
Or
Or sorry, that's the music video. The just straight up song is 11 minutes.
You're crazy. Is my
Crazy friend crazy? All right, beat's going.
Bye-bye, Beat.
Bye-bye,
See you in a
Beat.
few.
Yeah, he's got to go set up and stuff.
The reason I was talking about Roger Moore when he mentioned Roger Moore, I was sitting there yesterday thinking, I have a lot of thoughts, by the way.
I know. I know you do.
When you first watch your first, there's a lot of firsts in this comment.
Mm-hmm.
When you first watch your first James Bond movie, that James Bond is usually your James Bond. For me, it was Roger Moore and Moonraker. So I would always say that Roger Moore was my favorite. But yesterday, it's funny how this comes up. And then he mentions Roger Moore.
You got a lot of thoughts.
You ever around and somebody says shrimp or plate of shrimp and you were thinking shrimp?
What?
It's a line from Repo Man.
Oh.
I was thinking, I think I like Timothy Dalton better than Roger Moore.
1978 Village People, the photo. 1979 Roger Moore, no photo.
Did he send the photo?
No. He just is describing it to us.
Send the photo.
You can't send the photo in the chat.
Anybody out there in Clubland, if you mention a photo or a song that you wrote or anything, we need to hear it.
You can't send it.
Or see it.
You
You can't put that in the chat?
No.
You must be able to put a picture in the chat.
You could put an emoji, and that's it.
I can't believe that.
Why can't you believe it?
Because you should be able to put a picture.
No, because they don't want people sending weird photos while you're trying to stream.
I would love that.
See?
Do you have any racist photos you could send?
Well, people do that. Look, and then that's the cat going, ooh. That's you.
Well, anyways, I think Timothy Dalton might be the best James Bond.
Okay, did anyone care? Or...
Well, we're talking about Roger Moore.
We did for maybe a second.
All right, well, let's scoot out our boots.
You want your list?
What is your favorite song on this album?
Can You Forgive Her?
Wow. So you thought that was the right choice to pick that the first single?
Yeah.
I'm not going to argue with that.
Okay, that's good.
Other than the best song on that album far and away is Young Offender.
I don't like that song.
And it's not even close.
I'm going to double check before I make a declaration. Okay, I know which one's my least favorite.
Oh, all right. Well, does anybody want to say about how great I am for saying Young Offender?
I'm going to say my least favorite is Young Offender.
You dirty bastard.
I was just checking my other notes to make sure there wasn't one that I was just like, no.
Are you kidding me? You're playing a game.
It's a little funny, but also...
on purpose.
No, I just looked at my list and I didn't like it.
Shame on you.
Okay.
I'm going to say Go West.
Oh yeah, I didn't like that one either.
Because all the songs are good, but they didn't write that one and ... You know what I mean?
I'd probably like to Go West better, but yeah. Shame on you.
I can't believe it.
Shame on you.
You're just not listening.
Okay.
Or you don't get it, or...
What's your sleeper?
Well, the problem is it was a single.
Michael says, for me, it's Go West. Never fails to get me moving.
That's his best?
I think so.
Well, that's the first divergence we've had.
Oh, look at you.
But, I mean, to be fair, I picked it because they didn't write it.
Yeah.
And I like all the songs on that record. But I don't care. I'm going to say my sleeper is Yesterday When I Was Mad. Don't skip that.
Okay.
But you know what? That's probably not how you play the game. So let's do, what was the name of the one? Dreaming of the Queen?
Yeah.
Dreaming of the queen.
I was thinking of picking that one as my least favorite too.
You and her and I and Lady Di.
That's your sleeper?
I'm going to play it sleep. Don't skip that one.
Okay.
Don't skip it. Sleep it.
Sleep
Let
it.
it sleeper.
Sleep on you.
All right, what's your worst?
I already said my worst.
What's your best?
I already said my best.
What's your sleeper?
My sleeper is To Speak is a Sin.
To speak is a sin.
When you told me that wasn't a single, I immediately knew that was going to be my sleeper.
That's funny.
Get it?
You know, I had to change mine because mine would have been
Michael says sleeper is 1 in a million.
1 in a million men. I won't stand in your way, but of course I'll feel rejected. You're the family I can't bear to leave. That's a good tune.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
wish the chorus was better.
Okay, everyone headed to Beats live stream now. Yeah, we're losing our fans.
We're going.
We're gone.
We're going.
We're gone.
We're
Is there anything
going.
else you want to say?
No, thanks everybody for being here.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll be back tomorrow with part 2 of this, or maybe next Saturday about this, because we have to discuss the flip side, which are the B-sides, and we have to discuss Relentless.
Woo!
Yay!
Yeah! Bye!
Somebody don't know how to work the computer.